All right, here we are, episode 6 of these bad boys.
It's flying by.
Welcome back to Real in the Field podcast. This is episode 6. Thank you again to our sponsors, Caliber Real Estate Group and DK's Donuts of Orange. Still going with the chocolate bar?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, still cronut. I actually had one this past weekend.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. Just talking about DK's made me
Was it good?
gave me a little hankering for one. Yeah, and I got the cronut and it was fantastic.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
My brother picked up my oldest son
Yeah.
and took him to school the other day, and it was Friday, and he's like, "Hurry up, let's go." I'm like, "What's the deal?" He's like, "Trying to get to DK's before we get to school."
Oh yeah.
So all right,
Yeah.
all right, good job. Yeah.
All right. So if you haven't already, go out to DK's Donuts, get yourself a cronut, a chocolate bar, a donut hole, glazed donut, do all that, and tell them Real in the Field sent you. So what do we got today?
Well, combine just finished.
Yeah, combine's over. Yeah, we had a ton of guys. I don't know if you saw a ton of guys running sub 4.40s.
Yeah, it's ridiculous now.
How crazy is it that all these guys are running that fast?
I know. It's borderline getting normal.
Yeah.
Right, for certain position groups to start running the 4.3s. I think one dude hit 4.2. I'm not positive about it, but the 4.3 range now. And then some of the bench numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're super talented.
Yeah.
They have great strength and conditioning.
God-given talent.
Yeah.
You can't coach that that size.
Right. They have good coaching and just makes it happen. It's crazy.
Oh, dude, it makes my 4.6 look like a
Hey, that was
like a
hand
total-
time too. That's no laser time out there. Yeah.
So how does that? All right. So as a strength coach, what do you do to how can you prepare kids to run that speed? How big a part does strength and conditioning play a part in that?
Oh, it's huge. But speed. There's an old saying with speed.
Yeah.
Right. I can make you faster, but I can't make you fast.
Okay.
So if you can wrap your head around that, right? So like if someone runs like a 5 flat, can you get them to a 4.8? Sure. I made you faster.
Yeah.
But it's 4.8 fast?
Sure. Yeah.
Not really. Like some of that speed is very like God-given, but it can be improved for sure.
So you can take somebody that runs like for myself running a 4.640, old Spoonie times 4.640.
Yes. No, it can definitely be improved.
And bring it down just a scotch.
Technique issues, the start, just stride stuff, mechanics, just getting plain old reps at it.
Yeah.
And then go to the weight room, work on your cleans, work on your squats, work on hamstring development. There's plenty of things that you can do to help that.
So let's just take like a couple different workouts. Like if you are looking to increase your speed, your agility, your speed, your overall just like top speed, your 40 time, what would you do as a strength coach to get a kid boost his numbers a little bit? Were you starting and were you ending?
Yeah. So for us, when we start in January, we kind of start with getting a good foundation and base.
Okay.
And getting good habits, good routines going where the kids know this is when we show up, this is what we do, this is how we warm up, blah, blah, blah. And once all that stuff gets established, now you can fine tune and start doing more specific type training.
Okay.
Right? On Mondays, we're going to run straight ahead. And we're going to get a decent amount of sprints, but we're going to go straight ahead.
Sure.
Work on technique, right? And then in the weight room, we're doing some explosive stuff. Tuesdays, we're going a little bit more hip development, which is really overlooked.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's starting to, it's pretty common now.
Starting to realize that that's a big part of
develop the glutes, the hips, and just make sure it helps protect the knees, hamstring development, just hip mobility. Right, that combine, those guys got to change direction a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Well, the game of football, you got to start and stop like and be able to change levels with your hips. And
I feel like it all starts there and ends there. You know, bringing your hips, turning your hips, everything is such. It's all kind of surrounding your movement, and it kind of like that's your core of
your
everything.
base, yeah,
Your base,
it's your home base. So we work on that, say on like the second day of the week, so like a Tuesday, and then on Thursdays when we go with a little bit longer of a sprint, right? So now we're a little bit of change of direction in there, but now we're working a little bit longer of a sprint. So we're working like the 30-yard range and farther.
Okay.
Right, and then Friday doing a little bit more, run through the bags, run through the hoops.
Oh yeah.
Just
Some
different
resistance,
things.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like just a little bit of like kind of football specific type stuff.
Yeah, that is a big difference between running just straight ahead in a linear, in a line, and then football running, which is different. You're cutting, you're changing your speed, you're chopping your feet, you're breaking down to make a tackle. There's a big difference between that, but
Well,
overall,
there's track speed.
Track speed, right?
Right. And a lot of guys who run track, you get them on the football field.
Yeah.
It
doesn't translate.
Yeah, it's not the same. So yeah, there is a difference, but the 40 is just a pure explosive power.
Yeah.
And then your athleticism and your
just seeing that top
ability
speed
just kind of like kicks in. But yeah, I mean, for us, that's kind of our, like my philosophy. And in January, we just kind of start off and we build. We start with high rep stuff, and then we just kind of slowly start to shrink it down. And so what's our date today? We're in March.
Yeah.
So by the end of March, so that gives us January, February, March. So about 3 months. And then we're going to kind of retest, see where we're at with all of our lifts and some of our running stuff and see if we've improved. So in that 3-month time, you should see a little bit of improvement at least.
Yeah.
And then give yourself another couple months and retest and kind of see where you're at. But those combine guys, they have specific coaches. And it's obviously it's full time. Yeah. And you're like getting dialed in. Yeah. But for us general like high school guy, high school stuff, you do what you can with the kids and really try to develop their range of motion and just overall athleticism and getting them moving and stuff.
So how does that translate? How does speed translate to the football field? I mean, obviously, if you're a wideout, you're gonna, if you can outrun the defender, that's where it comes in. But what about like, let's say a linebacker or a lineman, where it's not so obvious how speed plays such a big part?
Yeah, there's a few things that I tell our kids, and I really believe in this, is film study.
Yeah.
So if I study film as a defensive guy, and I recognize a formation or I recognize something, and I know what direction the ball's going to go, I'm already a step ahead of you.
Yeah.
Right?
Speed be damned.
Right? I don't have to, like, I'm not guessing here.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating, and when I'm right,
it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm going. So there's one way to be faster. The other way to be faster, don't waste steps.
Okay.
Right? You watch a guy who's super efficient with his steps, right? He's not chattering on the ground forever. It doesn't take him forever to turn around.
Yeah.
Right? You're efficient with your cuts. Everything is sharp.
Yeah.
Right? And being able to run in a straight line, okay? I always tell our kids, straight lines are strong lines.
Yeah.
Strong lines are fast lines.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
I like that.
So when you see a kid who runs and he runs like in a fish hook because he can't control his body.
Yeah.
So you're wasting time.
Oh yeah, those are milliseconds that you're gonna lose.
You're trying to get to a guy and you can't. You know what I mean? Like you can't take a good angle.
Yeah.
You can't control your body.
Yeah.
Like you just made yourself slower.
Yeah.
But if you're good at that, right? Say you run a 4.9, but I know where the ball's going.
Yeah.
I don't waste steps, and I can get there on a line. Well, now we're both running a 4.4, right? You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of that technique issues.
Yeah.
And that's where the combine can trick guys. Oh, this guy ran a 4 whatever. Well, yeah, he can run straight ahead.
Yeah. Put him on a
Did
field.
you
let
see
that
him right
play
there?
develop and see where he goes.
Look at his feet. He's got bad feet.
Yeah.
He's not reading the play fast enough. His eyes are bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where the ball is.
Yeah.
Well,
his line is going to look a lot different.
So your 4-4 doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And that's why some guys have made it to the league, or even college, high school guys are successful.
Yeah.
They don't have great 40 times, or they don't have great this, but
They got good vision.
They know
where to go. They know
they have all the other intangibles.
Yeah, they studied up. They know where the play is going to be, and they know how to get there.
Yeah.
That's the unsung hero of
For sure.
Being a football player is knowing like studying, knowing where to be, knowing how to get there, knowing how to get there, and not wasting any moves.
Yeah. So that's big. That's the stuff I try to teach our kids all the time.
Yeah.
And then if you could do it, I know this is a little old school, but like if you could do it on the blacktop in shoes,
Yeah.
when I put cleats on you and I put you on a field, then you're going to really be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No, I mean, talk a little bit about that, because that's something that I don't think we've ever like really touched on.
So imagine like when you run and you don't have any support under here.
Yeah,
Right.
no
Nothing
footing,
that's grabbing the blacktop that we're running on.
Yeah.
So how do you have to grab the ground? You grab it with your technique.
Yeah.
You grab it with your knees being bent, your hips being down.
Oh, gotcha.
Your center of gravity being over your hips, over your feet, where all your power is.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go out to the field. Let's throw some cleats on.
Same thing, and now
let's
you got
grab the ground now, and now you know what I mean. Now you're flying. Now you're cooking. So that's just a little bit of, I don't know. I like that rather than being on the field all the time.
Yeah.
Because then like it's forcing kids to develop
using
good
those
habits
like
first.
Yeah, develop it, and some of that stuff is like highlighted. Your technique is highlighted, or lack of technique is highlighted when you're on the blacktop.
Yeah.
And you can't make those cuts, and you can't do that. You have to rely on your technique.
It exposes things.
Exposes things, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why,
really
I mean,
interesting.
we do a lot of stuff like that. And then, of course, like when we do get to the field, there's that adjustment period.
Yeah.
Where they got to be like, oh, man, I got cleats on. Like, I don't know what to do. My ankles feel weird. But, but it takes a week, and then they figure it out.
Get their legs.
But, yeah, that's some of the stuff that I've done for years, and it's, we've been pretty successful.
Yeah.
So,
dude, that's some good info.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, what do we got when we come back here?
Our game this week is Would You Rather.
Game of the week. Love it.
Would you
All
rather.
right. Would you rather when we come back from this break? See you soon. Today's episode is brought to you by DK's Donuts of Orange. DK's is family owned and operated and carries a wide selection of freshly baked donuts. Stop by for a morning treat, an afternoon snack, or even a late night sugar fix. Follow their Instagram page at DK's Donuts Orange for store information or to order online. All right, and we're back. All right, let's get into this game. What do we got?
Would you rather?
All
Pretty
right.
straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a scenario. Would you rather do this one or would you rather do that one? Give me a quick reasoning why.
All right.
And we'll get it going. Here we
All
go.
right,
First
let's
one. Would you rather be forced to dance to every song you hear or to sing out loud every song that you hear?
Oh man, I got a pretty terrible singing voice. I mean, as much as I do love to like do some karaoke, I sound like shit, but still.
Someone dancing?
but not that my dance is any that much better. I think maybe just for the calorie burn, I'll do dancing just
All
to
right.
kind of get some movements, get some steps in.
Okay.
How about you?
I think I'm going to sing it. I'm not great. But my moves, I definitely aren't great.
Of the two, your
The
moves are
lesser
better.
of two evils, I'm going to take the singing. Okay, next one. Lose your sight or lose your memories?
Oh man! All right, so I mean, God, sight is so important. I mean, like you're soaking up everything you're seeing. Like you get so much. If you just covered your ears and just kind of looked at the world, you would still just take in so much. You could see breathtaking views and all of that. Oh man, but memories. I mean, are you talking like
Talking all
forever?
of them.
All the
Talking
like.
all of them.
Oh man, that's pretty
Like,
tough.
Poof.
I mean,
clean
so
slate.
I mean, that's kind of what we live for, right? Is like making memories. We go like do these fun things and like to make the memories. I'll probably go memory. Oh no, wait, sorry. I would prefer to lose my vision and keep my memories.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What
I'm gonna
about
go. I'm gonna go opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean I like seeing stuff,
Yeah.
and then memories. You can always make new ones.
Well, no, not in this scenario. You can't.
No, you're like losing all the other ones.
Oh, well, where's the cutoff then?
No, like right now, like boom.
All the memories from the past.
All the memories from the past are gone.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, that's a different situation then.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Okay. All your memories from the past, you forget.
Yes. That's what a memory is.
Well, I know, but if you're not making any new memories, there's a difference.
Okay. Lose all your current memories or lose your sight.
Okay. All right. I want to just lose this memory that I just made fucking thinking about this question.
Got it.
I would rather probably lose. I would probably lose all the memories up until this point, and then make new ones.
I agree with you.
Is that better?
I would do the same thing. I would lose all those memories because then you forget bad ones.
Well, that's
so you don't have
true,
to, you don't
yeah.
have to worry about that, right?
Yeah, but you forget the good ones too.
True, but you can always make good ones.
Yeah, but what if you can't make new ones?
Yeah, right. Can you imagine you wipe the slate clean, just like 50 First Dates, and you wake up in the morning and you see your like...
She forgot she was pregnant. She forgot she had a kid.
No, but I'm talking like, dude, your daughter comes up to you and is like, oh, Dada. And you're like, oh, God, I have a kid. Like, that would be the greatest feeling.
It's so excited every day.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Forget about it.
That would be awesome.
All right.
All right. Anyways, moving on. All right. Would you rather have a personal maid or have a personal chef?
Oh, personal maid. I just for the fact that they'll like if they can do the dishes,
Yeah.
and laundry, yes, 100%. Dude, I'll make myself a bologna sandwich every single day if
Really?
like that part was covered. It is so time consuming and so
Yeah, I'm
never
sure it
ending
is.
to do laundry and to do dishes
And just pick up toys. off
and
the
pick
ground.
up toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is like the most, like I feel like it's like the most time consuming thing to do. And it's so tedious and monotonous and horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
at least like when you cook, I mean, I have kind of a good time when I cook, you know? It's like, you know, my wife and I are like in the kitchen kind of like cooking together. It's kind of, it can be kind of like a fun thing.
Yeah. Wow. I think you just convinced me because I was thinking chef right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because you know how like actors and famous people have chefs?
Yeah,
I was
right.
thinking that sounds great.
Yeah.
But I think you just convinced me that I don't have to pick up stuff.
Just think about the time spent doing these like monotonous tasks of laundry and washing dishes and cleaning up, even just like whatever, you know, your part is to do all that stuff. It's so much. Or if you don't do it, it's just there and you have to like live with it.
It just stares at you.
Just
Ugh.
stares at you. You come
Yeah.
home and it's there. But think about, you know, I mean, this really isn't a hypothetical because we do have a maid. But I mean, she only comes every other week.
Oh.
So,
sorry.
but the times that she does come,
Sorry, Moneybags.
but when she does come, it's like, it's great to come home to like a just like a put together place, you know?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Ooh, okay, here we go. This one. Would you rather, or who would you rather have on your side? Rambo or the Terminator?
Oh, Rambo or the Terminator? Oh, well, Terminator is just, it's the Terminator. Yeah, he's like indestructible.
Well, Arnold, not the T-1000 goopy guy. We're
Yeah.
talking Arnold.
Oh, well, he's still, yeah, like robot. He's still, yeah, made of titanium or something. What's the material? I don't know. Yeah, Rambo's like, he bleeds like us. Like that guy, he might be.
Hey, John Rambo's hard to take out.
Yeah, that's true, but maybe I think a lot of that relies on maybe just dumb luck that he's like, you know, kind of some bullets have missed him. But let me tell you this, a bullet fucking catches that dude's head, he's done.
So you're taking the Terminator?
Terminator, of course. That guy's indestructible. Or at least you need like a really hot fire or
the hot,
something.
the hot lava and the thumbs up, baby.
At least you need hot lava to like take that guy out. Rambo, you guy can get hit by a car and be done.
I'm taking Rambo.
Rambo, really?
He had a run from the 80s that I think he hit like 2010. He had 30 years. He was indestructible. I'm taking John Rambo on my side.
Oh man! All right. Sometimes
can
be better than. Sometimes better be lucky than
Survive anywhere.
than be made of steel and indestructible.
All right, last one we got. Would you rather win $25,000 or would you rather I win $100,000?
All right. Wait. Hold on. How much of this 100,000 do I see?
You don't know. You just know that you would win 25K
Yeah.
or your best bud would win 100K. That's all you know.
I think that we've got close enough relationship that if this was the deal, if this was like the setup, then
What if I didn't know and someone came to you and says, hey, here's a check with your name on it for 25K. Here's a check for 100 for Joe.
yeah, but all right. So if I'm not involved in that, there's no reason for you to like break me off a quarter of that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, but you have to make the decision. Like someone is presenting two checks to you and says, you want this one or should I give this one to your buddy over there?
do I have the opportunity to tell you, hey, I gave up 25K for you to get 100K, so just give me that 25K?
No, you don't.
Oh, man, this is the toughest one of them all.
This is why it's the end before the commercial break.
I would prefer that you got the 100K and that somehow I can infiltrate your mind to like make you understand that I gave
Easy
up
inception.
25K, and so then I need to be recouped this 25K that I gave up.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tough one because
It is.
it's I mean that's that's a good chunk of change to
Yeah.
have 100K.
Yeah.
And then, conversely, 25K. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but
Yeah. No, that's no.
What would you do?
As weird as this sounds, and this doesn't. I'm not trying to sound like pompous or weird at all.
Yeah.
But like, if I didn't earn the money, I don't want it. I don't like it. So
Okay.
I would let you have the 100K.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't like if someone was like, oh, here's $25,000. Well, like for what though?
Yeah.
Like, oh, just you know what I mean? Like it would have to be something that I have felt like I've earned in some form or another.
Gotcha.
Doesn't
yeah.
doesn't need to be like, oh, I worked like out on the
Yeah, tilled soil.
yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't do anything crazy, but if someone was like, hey, you've done X, Y, and Z, you've done this, this, and this, you've done
Yeah.
that, like the 25K. But I wouldn't want some like guy like coming out, oh, here's like 25,000. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need your money. Just stuff like that. So I would want you to have the 100,000.
Oh, thank you. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll take the 100K.
Yeah.
All right, let's just make a pact right now. If either of us get like 100K just like thrown on our laps, let's know that it's because the other one gave up 25K,
Deal.
and we'll just give back that 25K.
Done. Sounds good.
All right, and on that note, we're going to go to break. We're going to earn another 25K on this commercial break here, and we'll be back with some real estate talk after this. Today's episode is brought to you by Caliber Real Estate Group. Caliber and their team of experienced agents are dedicated to providing personalized and professional service to ensure that your real estate goals are met with ease. Caliber specializes in a wide range of properties from luxurious estates to cozy starter homes, and they have the expertise to guide you through every step of the buying or selling process. Click the link in the episode's page to start your journey towards finding the perfect property or getting top dollar for your investment. We'll be good. All right, and we're back.
All right. Here we go. I got a hypothetical for you.
Hypothetical, what do we got?
All right. So let's say the shoe was on the other foot and I already have my home
All right.
and I'm looking to sell.
Okay.
What are the top couple things, 3 things that I could do to maximize the selling of my house? What are some, not tricks of the trade, but what are some things that I could do that are going to really boost,
Yeah.
boost it
Boost your
for
selling price.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple things you could do. I think first and foremost, one of the biggest things is decluttering. Getting rid of all that stuff that's in your closets, in the living room, magazines, things that you had just kind of stacked up in the house. I think when buyers come in, they want to just see like a clean slate. They don't want to see an empty house, but they just want to see something that's just clean and
Crisp.
neat and crisp.
Yeah.
They don't want to open up cupboards and see everything just like packed to the gills. So I think that's one of the biggest things that you can do that would just make people feel comfortable when they come in your home.
Okay.
They can envision their stuff there. They can envision their furniture. They can envision their pictures. If it's too cluttered, just kind of, it's hard to see past all of that. It's hard to see past the kind of like the clutter of all the
It's
junk
like an
that's in
eyesore.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So doing that I think is a huge step in just giving people a good kind of blank canvas to kind of envision what their stuff would look like in that home.
Okay.
That's one. I would say number two is fresh paint. Fresh paint is a real cost-effective way to boost your sale price of the property. Interior and exterior. I mean, depending on like the condition of the exterior and interior paint. But interior is a good way, just having like good neutral colors. White's always a good way to go because it's, again, kind of a blank canvas. But having colors that are neutral, that aren't like really loud and flamboyant, just colors that just allow people to come in and just see the home for what it is. It makes the whole room seem lighter, brighter, which is a lot of what a lot of people look for in a house. They want to see a really, a lot of natural sunlight. They don't want a dark, kind of dingy place. And having fresh white paint will open everything up. It'll make it just look a lot brighter.
Yeah.
And I think third, I would say staging. I mean, honestly, if you have a house, I mean, everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own, the way that they feel most comfortable in their house. They have their couch that they like to, their specific style of couch and all the different pieces in their house. But if you want to give people a good kind of, not just like an image of what the house looks like currently, but what it could look like with some style, bringing in somebody who knows how to stylize a house and utilize the furniture to kind of accent or to make rooms look better or utilize those rooms a lot better.
So for the staging, does the agent bring somebody in or does the agent do it?
Yeah, so we work with a stager. She's really knowledgeable, and
So
she's
like an
also
interior designer?
Yeah, they have like that kind of like that background,
mindset?
that
Okay.
mindset, where they can go into a room and see what would look best in these areas in this room. They have, so there's just kind of this this thing that it's hard to, for you and I, we can go into a room and not really know like why this doesn't feel right. Maybe we see something, it's just like we can't put our finger on exactly why the room isn't like utilized properly. An interior designer and a stager will come in and know exactly what pieces to put in these areas, what furniture is too big or what's too small, and what just makes sense. And she'll know how to, or he will know how to put furniture in there to make it feel inviting and feel like the room is being utilized, properly.
So when people come in,
Yeah.
they're feeling, what's the feeling that you're trying to capture?
So you're trying to give people an imagination what the room could be utilized as. Maybe they never envisioned this room could be used as an office.
Okay.
So putting a desk in there, situating it a certain way, people will come in and go, "Oh, I never thought to utilize a space like this as an office. I never thought to put a desk like this." And it kind of just starts to build their imagination on what could I do if I lived here and I did this. Like I could be, living in a house like this. I could have an office, that kind of building that kind of image in their mind of what could be. They start
This
to
could be you.
Yeah, they start to implant themselves in those rooms.
I like it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So doing those things, and a lot of, like admittedly, like when we buy furniture, when we go out and like kind of decorate a room, we're doing it to our own taste, but there might be a better way of doing it, right? And so seeing somebody professionally do it and seeing seeing a room like utilized in a really specific way will kind of get your gears going, get your mind going on how this would look. And then it just helps you to put this, like, kind of make this thing, make a connection with that house and say, I think, I like the way that it looked there. Seeing an empty house, like barren with no furniture in there, it's just like kind of lifeless,
Yeah. Well, it's hard to envision, like, even for me, it's hard to like, well, where would my couch go?
Yeah.
And how big would my couch look against that wall?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's not a skill that I have, and I know, but some people do have that skill.
Yeah, some people can look at a room and go, like, this would go there, this would look better there,
Yeah.
kind of go through that.
They build that, like, Tetris piece. They can do it.
But having somebody do that work ahead of time where people come in and they just get that feeling from the house. They get that feeling from the room, from the bedrooms, from the, just every inch of the house. Like if it's done properly, it can really kind of invoke those like feelings of this could be us. Like we could be, sitting in this breakfast nook having some, coffee. Or we could be in this office, I could see myself, as the sun comes up.
Answering emails.
Yeah, answering emails here. Playing some music and kind of like, envision themselves working in this environment. So I think those, that's a big part. Those three things I think are really good and cost-effective ways, a big return on your investment, for whatever money you're going to spend on doing that.
So we're decluttering.
We're
painting it up.
Yep, fresh paint.
And we're staging that sucker.
Staging it.
To just make people want to be there.
Oh, yeah. Make them like envision themselves in that home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's really good.
All right. Well, I think that's a good note to go out on. That's this week's episode of Real in the Field. We'll catch you next week with a new episode. Thanks to our Belgian buddy for listening.
Thanks to all of our listeners.
Thanks to everybody.
Really
Thanks for listening. We're seeing the numbers. Everyone's tuning in. It's good to see everybody tuning in and listening and listen to these episodes. So thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode. Thanks to our two sponsors too, Caliber Real Estate Group and TK's Donuts. Thank you both. So we'll catch you next episode.
Thank you.